Chris Salvador here, blogging again. I've gotten some weird messages from some weird people. I don't know what the hell. I don't know what's going on with people. I mean, just got some guy, Wiener 108. I don't know what the hell that was about, dude. Seriously, what? Not looking for those messages. But from Wiener, we go on to a project I want to talk about, Watchmen. I really don't have much to say about this. Of course, I'm going to watch this. I love the graphic novel. I think the casting's great. I mean, a part of me still, I know everyone's going to laugh, but I always thought Mel Gibson should have played the comedian. I don't know why. Nothing against the guy they cast, but I always thought Mel Gibson would have made a great comedian, because everyone hates him after the Jewish comments, and comedian, we know what happens to him. The first scene in the movie, that would be every Jew's fantasy, to throw Mel Gibson, and we know who throws the comedian. I'm not going to spoil it, but it'd be fun. It'd just be funny. I just thought it. Plus, because I always thought Once Upon a Time in the West, when this guy Henry Fonda, it's Henry Fonda, isn't it? Oh, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna make sure I got it right. Henry Fonda. You know why? Because if it's Peter Fonda, then I'm in trouble. I think I got it right. Yes, it's Henry Fonda. Okay, so I did IMDb search. But yeah, obviously because he played against type, playing a bad guy, and Mel Gibson's never played a bad guy. I mean, whatever. Long story short, the guy they cast is great, and whatever, but I always thought that'd be funny. Whatever. So Watchmen, I don't have much to say other than, I mean, of course, some people don't think it should be a movie. I mean, I don't know. I mean, why can't it be a miniseries? I remember Roots, which was that Kunta Kinte, foot chopped off, all that. I mean, that was a miniseries, and I mean, if High School Musical 1 and 2 can break ratings for Disney Channel, I don't see why. Like, that's just some kiddie thing for kids. I don't see why an adult miniseries can't break new ground. And I mean, if they did it with Roots, and that's the #1 miniseries, I always would have loved Watchmen to surpass Roots and be the miniseries that people tune in to watch. And but I guess in this age, it's not like there's the internet. People can just go to Wikipedia. They can go to a forum, and in 1 second, the entire story will be spoiled for them. Just like I could tell you right now, that's the end of the movie, So at any point, someone can spoil something for you that it's, when Roots was on, the internet wasn't as big. I don't even think the internet wasn't even around. I don't think personal computers were even around at the time. So, or, I don't think AOL was as big as it was, So, but I always thought, miniseries, that'd be cool. But what I'm going to say is I think for the score, because this movie, just like all great movies, I was watching Empire Strikes Back today for no reason, just wanted to watch it, and just once again that John Williams score was like awesome. I think this movie too should have a great composer. And for Watchmen, I was wondering, who could be a really great composer for this movie? And of course, everybody goes with the big names. But I was listening to this guy, Philip Glass, and he composed The Hours and The Illusionist, and I really think, I was just listening to him, and I go, yeah, I think he did The Truman Show too. I think he'd be pretty great I think he's like the same way Howard Shore was born to make Lord of the Rings score. I think Philip Glass would make an excellent composer for Watchmen. I think if you're looking for anybody, he'd be good, because he's got that bombastic. It's not in your face score, but it is that kind of uplifting. But in the movies that he's done it for have been serious movies. It sets them apart from these kinds of movies, which is what Watchmen is. It's set apart. It has a timelessness. It works for the story. It doesn't get in the way. It uplifts you. But it's just, I don't know, just when you listen to it, look for some of his tracks. If you listen to some of them, like listen to Heroes, he did one, which I'll be talking about, Heroes, the show. and just listen to some of the, I'm just pimping it out for Philip Glass. I think he, if you're gonna go with composers, Zach, and you're stuck, and I know maybe he might go with the guy that he worked with on 300, and maybe he might not even go with. I mean, he's got to go with some kind of score, but maybe he might do more electronical kind of. I don't know. I just think Philip Glass. It doesn't get much better than Philip Glass. I mean, no, I don't know Philip Glass is not paying me. I just by listening to it, I could close my eyes and hear like his music in trailers for Watchmen, or just like I was like, this. I think this guy is just something about it. The story, the mood. Philip Glass. So there you go. I'm shilling for you, Glass. I'm shilling. I want some shill right back, buddy. I want some shill right back. Some shill. And so what's the point of what am I talking about? Just to talk about Philip Glass? Yeah, wow. That's all you want to talk about? No. Heroes. That show that I talked all this crap about. I was thinking the other day, and I know I'm gonna move on to my, I got my hair all fanked out, all my fank hair. But I was thinking of Heroes, and I was, I could not imagine how simple a solution, all to make Heroes good again. What is that solution, Heroes fans? And that solution, I'm not going to tell you, because I'm going to write it. And I'm going to call my contacts, and I'm going to make sure that I can hopefully, I don't know how to say this, but I came up with, my whole thing was that I don't like Season 2, and I wish we could erase Season 2 from all our memories. I wish that we can go back to Season 1 and go back to New York, and I found the perfect way to do that. I was just like, because there was like, this is what would be great, and to go here, but how do you do that? Because you got all the baggage of Season 2, and you've got all the stuff that happened in Season 2, and there's no way to go back, and how do you do that, and how do you make it work, and blah, 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 blah. And then I sat down, didn't think about it, didn't care, and then all of a sudden, just reading through something, I saw something, and I said, that is what, I just saw a word, and I went, ooh, that would work with an ooh, and there we go. And I thought, this doesn't make any sense to anybody, but I thought, it'd be great, and it would work, and it would totally not piss on Season 2, but it'd be like, no Season 2. It's there, but no, it's not there anymore. And that is what I want to do. That makes no sense, but I'm going to write it out. I don't want to spoil it, because if I give it away, then they might not even use it, because they want to surprise people, shock people. But it totally works, and it commits, and I think I found the vehicle, ha ha ha, no pun intended there, the vehicle to do this, and it makes no sense, but I'm going to write it out, and I'm going to put up a script, and hopefully talk to Tim Kring, sounds like nothing, but hopefully get a talk, and we'll see what happens from there. So that's all. I just wanted to post this up, and that's all I wanted to say is that Heroes Season 3, and I'm just saying, I can't, it's one of those, if it doesn't happen for the opening of Season 3, then it can't happen. It's one of those, I was like, I wonder if of course what happens, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen, I'll write it out and I'll try and pitch it. They won't listen to me. They'll do something else. I was like, well, if it doesn't happen for the first episode of Season 3, the season premiere, then it just can't happen. And it's just like, it's a gone. Because you can't put it in later. It has to start the beginning of Season 3. It's the only way to save Heroes. Save Heroes. So that's all I wanted to say. I don't make any damn sense, but I make sense to me. I make perfect sense. So, just wanted to say that. As for everyone else, any questions, any suggestions, don't send them. I don't care. I just talk about what I want to talk about. Later.